Greenland. It's massive, icy, and strategically critical. And right now, it's at the center of a political crisis you probably didn't see coming. President Trump has made it a priority to bring Greenland under U.S. sovereignty. Yes, own it. And while there won't be a direct military invasion, the administration is taking steps to make it happen. But why? And what's really at stake? Let's break it down. So first, let's talk motivations. Why would any U.S. president want Greenland? European leaders who have spoken on and off the record say it's mostly about ego, 70% ego. Then it's 25% security and only about 5% for critical minerals. Trump himself told the New York Times that it's personal, describing it as a psychological need. He frames Greenland as a legacy project, something no other president could pull off. Add to that the fact that Trump has now seen a pattern. Weaker countries often back down when he pushes them, and Greenland, well, it's not exactly a superpower, so why not try? And it fits a bigger strategy too. Trump has revived the Monroe Doctrine as his foreign policy playbook. And any strategy needs concrete goals. Greenland suddenly becomes not just a frozen island, becomes a symbol of American power in the Arctic. But let's be clear, this isn't just about ego. There are real security issues here. Let's break them down. 1. Russian hypersonic missiles. Most of these missiles fly over the Arctic, the shortest and most vulnerable path to the U.S. Russia's Arctic nuclear program is active on ships, submarines, and planes based in the Kola Peninsula. With hypersonic missile development accelerating, the Pentagon is nervous about detecting and intercepting them in time. 2. Naval vulnerabilities. Russian nuclear subs routinely travel near Greenland on their way to the U.S. East Coast. And as Arctic ice melts, new routes open up. Subs and even surface ships can move year-round, bypassing Icelandic monitoring. Russia's naval activity here has increased steadily over the past decade, and China could theoretically follow suit. 3. Arctic operations outpacing the U.S. Russia has dozens of bases or manned outposts in the Arctic. The U.S. just 2. China is behind Russia, but expanding fast, deploying icebreakers and conducting joint patrols with Russia. This is a race for influence, in a region that's melting faster than anyone anticipated. Here's the key question. Do the U.S. really need sovereignty to address these threats? Denmark and NATO say no. They offer full access for security and intelligence operations. But the Trump administration argues that sovereignty would 1. Allow deployment of interceptors and offensive weapons without Danish objections. 2. Let the U.S. build bases wherever it wants, bypassing complex approval processes. 3. Increase deterrence, sending a signal to Russia and China that Greenland is untouchable. This last point is particularly interesting. If Greenland were American soil, would adversaries dare to send drones, satellites, or even missiles its way? The argument is circular, but politically powerful. Trump questions U.S. commitments to NATO, which in turn makes sovereignty more appealing as a guarantee. Last week, Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Danish and Greenlandic foreign ministers. The meeting, surprisingly constructive. Denmark signaled willingness to discuss security measures, but transferring Greenland, that's a red line. What came out of it? A working group. The White House quickly framed this as a plan for transferring Greenland to the United States right up against Denmark's core objections. And this isn't just talk. Trump has threatened 10% tariffs on European countries supporting Denmark, effective February 1st, and so far, the U.S. hasn't even asked for security concessions. Negotiation, not the point. Sovereignty, that's the goal. So why does this matter, beyond Greenland itself? The Arctic is becoming increasingly strategic. New shipping lanes, resource extraction, and military access are all on the line. Whoever controls Greenland has a major advantage in monitoring Arctic activity, projecting power and influencing regional security. And geopolitically, it's a test. Will the US respect alliances and red lines, or will Trump push forward regardless? This could set a precedent, not just for the Arctic, but for US foreign policy overall. Keep an eye on Greenland. Watch for new tariffs, more aggressive diplomacy with Denmark and NATO, and any signs of military positioning. The US may not invade, but it's clear. The White House sees Greenland as a prize worth escalating over. From ego and legacy to real security concerns and global power plays, Greenland is suddenly at the center of a high-stakes geopolitical drama. And this isn't just about a frozen island, it's about influence, deterrence, and the rules of international engagement in the 21st century. What do you think? Should Greenland be American soil? Or is this a dangerous overreach? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth geopolitical breakdowns.